Another Art Bros coming at you with our guest, Dyle McGregor, still with us.
Yes, yes.
We hope that you guys loved the last episode because he's back. And we're going to be talking some Damien Hirst along with Fancy Dave on my right.
Always here.
And me, Mike Q. So guys, this week we're talking about a giant-ass shark. No kidding.
In a tank.
In a tank of formaldehyde.
Yes, formaldehyde.
Yes,
so
I'm glad
it smells great.
Delicious formaldehyde.
We're talking about Damien Hirst's The Physical Impossibility of Death in the Mind of Someone Living. Now, this is one of those titles that kind of explains what you're supposed to get from it from the beginning.
More or less.
This was actually in New York for a while. I saw it in person. Dyle, you think you saw it in person?
I definitely saw it in person. I'm just wondering
if it was at the MoMA or the Met.
But now I know it's at the Met.
It wasn't at the Met. And Fancy Dave, you never had the pleasure of seeing this. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you do because it's very intimidating.
A lot of Hirst's work
involves dead animals.
Yes, it involves dead animals, but you really have to be there to take it in and fully get it. Yeah, and it's quite an experience.
You do. This is interesting because the technical specifications, I usually like reading those in the beginning of the episode. Oh, they are tiger shark, glass, steel, formaldehyde solution. That's it.
I think it's suspended by something.
It's suspended?
Yeah, I mean, how else is it like that?
I don't know.
How does Goku float in the rejuvenation tank?
Oh, that shark is on so much ki right now.
So guys, this literally is just a giant ass shark suspended in a tank, and you're supposed to look at it and be. What I get from it when I saw it in person, I was scared shitless.
Yeah.
And the title in itself tells you exactly what you're supposed to feel. This is how I know it's dead, but I can't help but feel like it's gonna jump out and eat me.
But that's an impossibility because it's a
dead.
dead animal.
It is. So my mind can't comprehend that this thing is dead because it's stuck in an animated form and it's suspended in this motion that it's gonna attack me. So it reminds me of when you ever go to Universal Studios and you see the Jaws. You ever been there?
No, I have not, but I know what you're talking about.
You can take a picture under the big Jaws shark. Oh. And I was scared shitless doing that. I was like, even though it's fake and stuff, I was like, oh my god! Yeah. So that reminds me of that.
I got a slightly different impression from it. Not so much fear of a predator as Mike did, but I can certainly see how he would feel that.
Well, more of fear of being eaten.
Right. Fear of being maimed by something.
Fear of being that one person that is that statistic.
Yes.
This artwork killed one person.
Don't you know one people's died from a Shark Tank?
Dead sharks in formaldehyde every year.
It was the formaldehyde that got him.
One person's. Okay?
But
you got something you want to say about Hirst?
I more put myself into the shark's shoes. And the shark, I mean, it is in an animated pose, still kind of looks like it's alive, but it's clearly dead and has been dead for quite some time.
Yes.
And if you think about it, while you're alive, you don't really think about death, or at least not too many people do, unless they've got a terminal illness or they're getting on in age. I tend to be a little bit more morbid, so I look at this and I think, wow, I could be dead at any moment, and then it's just going to be pitch black. It's horrifying. It's really, really horrifying.
And that's funny because when I look at this piece, I don't think of my death. I think of the possibility of getting hurt by this specific shark in this formaldehyde. That's what I think of. But I don't.
Is it the hurt or the death that you fear?
The hurt, actually, more than the fact that this shark could at any moment break out of this tank and attack me, even though it's not going to happen.
Right.
But I just can't wrap my head around that. But also, I have a phobia of big fish. So it doesn't help that
wow.
Yeah, so
that's an unusual phobia.
Yeah, it's mine. Mm-hmm. All right. It's what makes me. And so that didn't help when I was looking at this giant ass fish in this tank. Yeah.
Nice.
Fancy, what do you got?
Well, he's kind of a controversial artist to begin with.
Yeah,
right?
because of the way he uses animals. Hell, this shark actually...
It's not the only reason.
Well, yes. This shark is actually a second version. The original shark deteriorated in 2006, and they caught a new one. Keyword, caught a new one to use. Because Damien Hirst actually hired a fisherman to go catch sharks for him, which is, again, controversial in itself, because it's like, why do you have to go get an animal that was doing nothing just so that you can make an art piece? You know, that's the controversy I see in it. I'm a huge animal rights guy.
But then...
Well, what's up?
But then... this ties into another Hirst piece. If we could throw that up on the screen, 1,000 Years, where it's just a continuous cycle of death. And I think humans are played by the bug zapper. We kill everything to sustain ourselves.
True that.
And if art reflects life, why should art be any different?
Oh. Whoa! Mind blown. Mind blown. If art reflects humanity, that's... Oh, man. I don't know. Leave. I'm kidding.
I'm walking out the door.
I'm kidding. So,
what if it's not about death?
Well, I mean... Yeah, I don't think...
A new angle.
You know, actually, I don't think this is about death at all.
I'm interested to hear.
I don't think it's about death at all. I think it's about how...
Because the title's so on the nose, it almost seems like...
Exactly.
Like
but the title isn't saying, you know...
Is he fucking with us?
The title isn't saying death. It just says the word death because the piece itself is about how humans can't wrap their heads around this dead thing. I think like my reaction is probably what he was going for, and sure, it spawns out to like other reactions like you guys have had. But my reaction, the whole I can't get over the fact that this thing is not going to kill me in front of me. You know, you get near a shark, you get that close to a shark, you can't actually get that close to a shark ever. You know, maybe another shark.
The other thing was like, because with certain other concept pieces, like you're not really supposed to, at least in most cases, flat out tell the audience looking at this what it's about.
Right.
And with that title, it's how else can you not think about
so
that
again,
thought?
it's already...
So is he kind of mocking the viewer?
That's what I think exactly what it is. I think that's what he's doing. He's mocking us. He's mocking me, specifically. He made this for me. No, I'm kidding. He's mocking the viewer. You know, the title in itself already, The Physical Impossibility of Death in the Mind of Someone Living. The mind of someone living, that's us. And how we can't physically wrap ourselves around this dead thing. You know, we see it as alive. We see it looks alive. It looks like it's about to jump out. So
it's clearly dead.
But it does not look dead to me.
And to top it off, it's contained.
Yeah.
So
I think he's making fun of the human mind. I think he's making fun of how the mind works. Yeah, and I like it. I do.
All right.
You know, as much as I don't like the whole animal mistreatment thing, for art and art's sake, I think it's a really impressive piece.
Yo, that formaldehyde marinated shark is going to taste so good grilled.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Guys,
do you remember science class, man? Everybody in the class was like, you know, oh my god, it's a dead frog and it smells so bad. I'm just like, lunch is next. Can we please get this over with? I'm so hungry.
Dude, after I just ate that frog, I didn't even want lunch, man.
I wanted it so bad.
Yeah, okay, guys. So, final thoughts. Closing thoughts.
Final thoughts?
Yes.
Still controversial, but in the end, I think this is an art piece.
Yeah.
This is art.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a discussion for another episode, but it's kind of a moot point in my mind whether something is art or not. I subscribe to what is his name? Scott McCloud's definition of art, in that anything that is not directly related to sexual reproduction or survival is art.
Ooh,
so
I like that.
It knocks that conversation out the window unless you talk
this
about
is directed to
more
survival.
things.
I'm afraid it's going to eat me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
And on that point, Art Bros out. Thanks a lot, Dyle. We'll see you guys next week. All right.
That was